There you go. I almost completed that book, so it will be submitted to uh, Kindle, and almost everything is done. So some technical things are there, and it will be. We are making it affordable, so first edition will be like a plain text and instructions and all that, but later on it will have other things. So
What about people in India?
yeah, they will have that easier to buy. Okay. Hi,
But that
uh, Sharmi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, sir. I'll be traveling to UK, so I'm little busy caught up. That's why you couldn't attend the meeting.
That's fine.
Sorry.
See, I was doing something on the book the other day in Clubhouse, uh, explaining what is the important. I read through all the 30 that we went through here, and I mean, just a description, not a detail like we did here. So it is all done. But then book is almost complete. I was doing that yesterday, so I have to finish some things for the Kindle, and then it will be the. I think the paperback will be something probably for the US probably, and then digital also is there, and that will be, I think, affordable for the India people too. You know, so we should be able to provide. Okay. Yeah, I think Mandu called me last night in the middle of the night, but then she didn't know the times and all that. So I called her this morning, and she said she was going to join. So I sent her invitation too. So she'd be with there. So anyway, this is. I was also on the verge of making the uh, combination between um, Restream and also all the channels to uh, Zoom. So it will be easier for everybody to join on Zoom, and then that is distributed to everybody else. So you just join in the Zoom link, and then everything will happen there. And everybody, but this WhatsApp, I don't know how to connect it, but we will be connected with Facebook, with LinkedIn, with YouTube. All will be distributed. Instagram also. So all you have to do is I'm going to put the Zoom link here, and then you press it, and then you come into that, and then everybody will be there. Okay, so at the same time you'll be here. Hi,
Hello, sir.
hi. So how are you?
Yeah, fine, sir.
Yeah, okay. So this is a morning group. We meet. Sharmi is here, Abhi is here, and also my sister from Secunderabad. She is here too. So I'm going to call this more like a satsang from now onwards. That way we can really uh, understand what we are doing here. And as I understand what is satsang is, uh, they say, well, imagine older times when they were gathering together, they were not talking about making it as an entrepreneur. We have done lately, but they were like we will do whatever livelihood, that's fine. We beg, and they survive. But the main thing is We got to turn inward and find out who we are, what is the truth about ourselves, what's the truth about life. That was the uh, basic strife of the human being. The thing is, whatever you do outwardly and whatever you do inwardly, that is not really related to this, resulted in a lot of stress and strain and lack of peace. So many people, they go to, being a social worker or political worker or religious worker, so many things, but then they can't find the peace. So they go to places where they have this inner quest. That is what Ramana Maharshi's ashram really epitomizes. When he was alive, when he was there was no restrictions for anybody except that women were sent home by the nightfall because of the obvious complications. Otherwise, for their own protection, they were sent home. If they are staying in the town and all that. Otherwise, visitors and all these, they were given karmas and all. But there was nothing like a you got to pay some money to the ashram, nothing like that. And then they didn't have to be certain discipline, certain thing, wake up and do exercise and all. That's not there. It's up to them, whatever they do. But the thing was, direct access to Ramana Maharshi was there, and then you can go and sit down and ask any question directly. So all these restrictions, all these other things, they were not there. Main thing was, if you can investigate into yourself and you ask the deep questions, then he will answer. He may answer, he may not answer also. Lots of times he was very silent. And he taught more in silence. And that is difficult to a lot of people to understand. But his silence taught so much more. So that was true satsang when you went to his ashram. Because no, you don't have to donate or anything. You are not forced by anybody. Maybe later on they changed something, I don't know. But when he was there, that was the thing. His main thing was, how can I allow people to go into themselves? Who am I? And that is the question that he was always exploring. So satsang is where you don't put yourself as a teacher and the other as a student. You are a co-seekers of the truth. Not because you know the stuff, no, because you have realized the stuff. See, once you have that kind of attitude, you are always ready to investigate, ready to go deeper. You don't come with a predetermined idea that I have to be this, I have to be that. You just come and explore from where you are. So satsang, no, see, nobody knew what you did for your livelihood, or what you did for your desire, whatever you want. They came and they kind of participated in that investigation of the truth. And in that way, we are all co-seekers. There are varieties of people that this are not to judge, but then they said there are pamara. Pamara means they instinctive. They live just by their instincts, animal instincts, and beyond that, they don't want to do anything. Pamara, okay. And then there are people who are, grostha, okay. They want to participate with the things. And then there were these sadhakas, which are us. We are always seeking what is truth and all. And then there are siddhas. Yeah. What, Manju?
Can you send me the link, because one of our OBN member wants to join this meeting.
Okay.
Can you send me the link so that I can forward them? One second.
I don't know whether I can send right now, but let me try, Manju. But I think I'll disturb this meeting probably. Ask them to just send the number to me, and then I will send them. You should be able to send that link. And actually, it is there in that, but then I will send that later. Connection link. Okay. I think I'll disturb this meeting if I do this now. I had to get out of here. So
No problem.
Yeah, we'll do that together. So that's what we're going to do. What is that anybody wants to explore today? Any one thing? Instead of me picking it up, let us see. Sharmi or Manju or any one particular thing that you are exploring or something that you want to explore now?
Yeah. Can you say something about that Ramana Ashram? Because I'm just going to visit that. Last week also I had planned to visit and go and meditate over there. So one of my friend like we need to go at least for 3 days so that we can observe the energy and sit and meditate for at least 3 days. That's what they said.
Manju, that's all really unnecessary. You can explore Ravanmashi here and now. Okay, but if you want to go, I know every inch of Ravanmashi, like Ravanmashi Ashram, because I've been with it and I've explored so deeply from here. Um, what is it? I will illustrate a case that will. It's not belittling. You can go. You can have that experience. That's wonderful. But what is the real purpose of Ravanmashi? Raman Maharshi is like he used to say this that people are very upset that he's going to die because they were so dependent on him. And there is this Guru Ayanar, who is the famous poet that went and stayed with Ramana Maharshi, and they said he's such a great poet. Another 1,000 years, that kind of poet will come.
Okay.
And he himself was really upset. He was sobbing because he knew that Ramana Maharshi is going to he has a cancer, and the cancer is gone too deep. They tried to take it out, but it has got much bad. It's called sarcoma, rhinosarcoma. That's a very invading into the blood vessels and all that. Sarcoma is one of the terrible cancers you can have, and he had that, and he was going to die for sure. They know about it. And then he was crying. Then Ramana said, Guru, I told you several times, I'm not the body, I'm not this mind. Okay, I'm not going to go anywhere. My spirit will be there, consciousness will be there. Well, you know why you are crying? Because you are too attached to your body.
Okay.
That's like a final initiation for the poet, saying that you are attached to your body, and that's why you are crying. My body is ending. He said that this. He is so detached with that. He's always in that sahaja state. you know so what I'm saying, that's a good topic, Sanju, because Manju, because that is really a very good thing that you asked me, because a lot of people think they have to go to a particular station or particular hill, and yeah, they have the effect, they have the spiritual power and all that. But what Raman Maharshi taught was, you don't have to go anywhere, seek anybody, or do anything. What you have to do is you go inward. There was this time, I remember, I read all these things and I saw the videos and all that, but I was born in 55. Ramana Maharshi passed away in 1950. You know what? I didn't know about him while I was in India. You see, I was a doctor by 23. I think I came here by 26, 27, something like that. Uh, so I was exposed to Gandhi, exposed to Vivekananda a little bit, not much at the time, and definitely not about Advaita Vedanta. Nobody told us, yoga also just a physical yoga, but beyond that, I was raised in Guntur, which is a very affluent city in Andhra Pradesh, and also which is medical school is there. So I graduate. Everything is in Guntur itself. So I did not travel anywhere. Then I ended up in Chicago. Right, in Chicago, I came across with Krishnamurti, Jiddu Krishnamurti's tapes. Not even he was a kind of passed away in '85, but I was introduced to him in '83 or so, and that was a big deal. But then Ravan Maharshi later on, okay, and then these now familiar in 6 continents. Ravan Maharshi, whoever is a spiritual quest, knows the value of what Ramana Maharshi is talking about. Atma Vichara, you know, very simple. Right now, you can go right now, Manzu. I'll give you the clue, and you can go and touch that. Okay, you turn your mind inward. That means your senses, everything is turned inward. You ask, "Who am I?" Okay, and then you say, "I am the body." No. Am I the mind? No, because they all change. They all go away. I am that inner, deep conscious being, right? And that's why in Bhagavad Gita, for example, Ramana Maharshi said, somebody came and asked him, this Bhagavad Gita, so many slokas, I am not able to study, sir. I have to work and I have to do all this. Can you tell us what are the important ones I should say? And they said, okay, I will compile. And then he compiled some 40, some 27 or something like that, and that compilation is really makes you understand the Bhagavad Gita better. He took the slokas from Bhagavad Gita, arranged it in his own way. And that man came back. He's from Andhra, my own state. He came back and said, these are also too many such, just one sloka, that will be good. And then he said, okay, the most important sloka, according to Ramana Maharshi, is chapter 10, verse 20. Okay, in that he says, Krishna says to Arjuna, he's also called as Gunakesha. Gunakesha, I am the life force in all living beings. I am the beginning, middle, and end of it. So what does it mean? You cannot just say, I am Manju, I have studied this, I am doing this, and they are all your roles. That's not you, but you are not in touch with you, who you really are. And also, you may have a glimpse of it. You may have a feel of it, but we are not in it all the time. We are more about how fatty we are, how thin we are, how what kind of job we are doing, all those things. Okay, then what happens? All those things become the real attributes become us rather than our inner side. So he was able to do that at the age of 16. He felt he was dying, and he was a very healthy kid, but he was felt dying. And then he said, what is the death? And he explored that, and he ended up realizing it's not the body, it's the mind that really stays, it goes away, but it is that inner sahaja state. And greatness about him is, from that day onwards till he died, he stayed in that. That is the one he wants us to if you go to ashram, go and visit the plaque where they put all that on a big plaque, where you will see that he has all this, the experience, what and everything is written down there, so you can take a photograph of it and read it later also, that is there. And then somebody came and this young man, Tirunur, yeah. But somebody came to Ramana Maharshi.
Whoever has visited, they are all like, once you should go to that place and sit there.
No need to go there and sit there. The teacher is not there. The teacher is within you. If you want to go, that's fine. But don't go with this. That is not the spiritual quest. That's more like a entertainment. That's more like a spending time. And also, some people are not really that kind of receptive to the spiritual depth. So they want to prepare themselves. They want to distract from all this. That way it's okay. But then, if you are really spiritually quest, but then once you understand what I'm talking about and go there, it will be much more in tune with what we are striving for. Okay, Otherwise, people go and spend years and years. But like I said, right now, you can feel it because you say, some thought comes for you. You say,
Mm,
who is having this thought?
okay.
Is my mind is having the thought, or is my inner life force, or the soul, or suggested that you will say, my mind is having the thought.
Mm,
And then, is my mind me, or am I beyond that? Then you will end up on the beyond that,
beyond that.
because you make your thoughts as object and also mind as object. You remember the panchakoshas we have, they are around our inner self. Ramana Maharshi directly takes you to there. If you do this exercise, any thought
Okay.
comes to you, ask the question, who is having this thought?
Okay.
And then you say, okay, I am really who it is. That energy is not having the thoughts. That is the aim of touching in yoga chitta vritti nirodha. And then tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. When your mind completely quietens, that is when you touch, you not even touch, you allow that inner self come out, because all the clouds of the thoughts are gone. You can do that here and now. You don't have to go there, because the teacher is not there anymore. The symbolism is there. And they don't do this, they do external things like a puja, like a abhishekam, all those things. They are doing it because they are not able to go there. So if you really want to understand Raman Maharshi, stay in yourself and go into yourself.
Okay.
See, and then practicing this, go there, Manju, there is a lot of meaning. Otherwise, you are not doing this original thing, and you are going around the hill, you are going around the so many temples there, and you're going into Ramana Maharshi ashram also, and then you are seeing all the external things. You are meditating, in the sense you are calming the mind. You can do it here too, but then that can be done there in that room that where he sat and talked all that. But then that's also, you can hypnotize yourself. But the direct thing is, I'm here in this corner of the world, and I learned to ask that question. Any thought comes, who is having this thought? Me.
Okay.
Who am I then? Am I this bundle of thoughts come and go? That's most of the time people identify with it, because it's so electric, so quick. But if you really stay in that energy which you are, that fragrance come out. And then you go and see, know about Ravaroshi's life, know about what is and all that. That makes so much impact.
Okay.
See, we are not belittling anybody, because some people are Pamaras, some people are Grostas, some people are Sadhakas, some people are Siddhas. We can't just say, oh, I'm a Siddha, because, when the test comes, when life comes and knocks you, the reaction that we have tells us whether we are really Pamaras or Siddhas. The Siddhas are the Krishnamurti or Vivekananda, Ramakrishna, Ramana Maharshi. They are Siddhas. Shankaracharya said, by watching the Siddhas and their lifestyle, they become practices for us. What is the important thing about Ramana Maharshi is Mauna,
Oh.
silence.
Oh, nice.
Mauna, not just only, you know, keeping silent like that. Not only that, Mauna inside of that which you are not. The chatter,
Mm,
the thoughts, the emotions, the memories, the judgments, all that, that is not Mauna. Yeah. That you have
okay.
to touch that here and now, and then go there.
We do one.
Yeah.
I do 1 hour Mauna, but then in that Mauna, I will not speak, but I will do all the household work.
No,
Everything will be running.
that's not Mauna either, because you are engaging your attention to the task you are doing. It's not wrong, but at least that is much better than chattering and then. But the idea is you're constantly thinking.
So there is also a program Vipassana, like this.
It's not a program. Vipassana, real thing is withdrawal of the external stimuli. See, the original Buddha Vipassana is you breathe and you are aware of the breath and the mind is silent. Okay, so, but
Basically, we try to silence the mind so that we can go inside ourselves. We can put all the energies.
yeah, but are you doing it?
That's ourselves.
No, Sharmi, are you doing it? That is the thing. So with this explanation and all that, they stay with us. They say, "Oh yeah, that one, this one." We kind of chatter without us knowing. So it's not a crime or anything. Just to watch that that's happening with us. The more we are in tune with that, the silent it becomes. Otherwise, we get caught in the movement and go there. The explanation of the Vipassana word that you go, but the actual act, doing it, that when you do that, you don't need all this. Ravana Maharshi says only one thing. You become silent at the core. See, you are not silent when you are in your mind. Obviously, we are all in our minds right now. We're communicating, we're trying to understand, we do all that, right? We are active with our minds. But when you are alone, when Manju says that she is mauna, but she is doing the work. That is, what she is doing is she is engaged her mind in doing stuff. See, we are not criticizing her, we're just pointing out that is not really mauna in the sense you are doing. That is a flow, anyway, flow state. Manju, I was writing something on the flow state last night. I am going to do this quotes and also for our people too. I told Ramesh Narayan, find a Monday I will come and do how to be in flow when you are doing something. It's not like you try something, you ease into that. That once you understand that, then whatever you do, you are also involved in your inner being also. Then there won't be Sharmi, I think this is very important class for you. Don't miss it. The flow thing, because Sharmi has a very active mind. On top of it, she read so much, and that is the cut sometimes. But if you know how to be in flow, all that knowledge will be very, very good. But right now, it is making the mind run. You see, it's not her only. I'm just telling her because she is actually doing that all the time. That's why we're trying to get her to into that mauna, real mauna. Manju, you touch the mauna, you stay in the mauna. Then when you go there, Ravana Maharshi, it will hit you like anything.
Definitely, sir. I'll do that.
Yeah, and also personally call me. I will go more detail about Ramana Ashram, what you can go, what you can do there, and all that. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, but one thing I was going to tell. There was this young lad from my own state, Andhra. He came to Ramanam Ashram. Even now, it's kind of a journey to go there. People go there, but much better now. But at that time, it was very tough to go to his ashram. It was not that easily accessible. There was train there, but then they have to go there, take a bullock cart and go there. So from Andhra to come here, it was a lot of expense, a lot of work for this guy. And he came, he said he wanted to find out what his spiritual quest is, what is self-realization and all that. And Ravanashi looked at him and he said, go back where you came from. That was the answer he gave to him. And then he left. Ravanashi left after saying that. Uh, this kid was so upset. I took so much energy, so much effort, and I came here. And he told me, he tells me to go back where I came from. What is this? Then the people, because Ranush already left, other people, no, 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 he means this. We have seen this before. He told people, he explained to us also. That's why you understand what he's talking about. He was not talking about your physical place. go back to Andhra. No, he was talking about where your mind and body came from, which is your inner self. That is the Hridaya. Hridaya. That is the, he said it is on the right side, really, in us. And then that's why whenever we kind of put our hand like this, physical heart is on the left, but the spiritual heart is on the right, in the sense. Hridaya means center of everything, our being. From there, all our life, all our body, all our mind manifest. The mind, Sharmi, listen to this carefully. This mind arises out of the spiritual heart, after we are born. But then we kind of go and identify with that. The thought patterns, the emotions, the understandings, the knowledge, and all that. That is the Dhimahi in Gayatri Mantra, most important word. Dhi is the spiritual heart, Mahi is the mind. Bring the mind back into the spiritual heart. That is our spiritual quest. All of us are trying to bring our mind back into the heart. Okay, this dunyadari, this shrewd mentality, this survival instinct, and all that made us more and more identify with the mind, because we have to use the mind to make a living, we have to use the mind to communicate with people and all that. So far away from our spiritual heart, we kind of lost in that mind. That is what is happening with the modern age too. So he said, go back, take your mind. Your mind is asking, what is spiritual quest? What it is? He said, keep all that quiet and go back into your spiritual heart in that silence. People don't have peace until that. So for this, you don't need to travel anywhere. You don't need to go any tirtha. You don't need to do any, so because that is for people who are not able to engage in this quest here and now. You see what I mean, Manju?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So your aura, your energy, everything is in that Hridaya, center of our being. Hi, Chaitra. How are you? Chaitra came at a little late.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in one other meeting, so I was late. Pardon
Yeah.
for that.
That's okay.
Nowadays,
Manju is here today, and then she brought in this. She brought in this thing that she's going to Ramana Ashram.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great news.
Yeah. But then I was telling her, you don't have to necessarily go there, engage in the Atma Vichara here and now, but then go there, understanding that, and then what Ramana Maharshi did, and then where we could. Do you know Papaji? Papaji?
I'm a very big devotee of Shiva. Shiv. So what happens? Tiruvannamalai Shivan temple is a very famous, and Akshaya Triti is very famous for that.
Yeah.
So we all thought that before that we will go and visit the temple, and again, the Ramana Ashram also we will visit and come.
Yeah. Now the thing was, he would tell you, Ramana Maharshi, Shiva is within you. Shankaracharya also, Shivoham. That Shankara is within you, but the Shankara that you are talking about is the Adi Guru, like Sadguru promotes, and if you really read that Shiva's Purana, so great understanding is there. We'll talk about Shiva Purana later on, Manzu. Okay, I'm sure you will be bowled over when you hear the intricacies of that. But basically, what I'm saying is, people go to the ashram and do all these external things without getting that this can be done here. Like, I never saw ashram physically, but I've seen the all details of it very elaborated in so many hundreds of videos. Right? So many people went from here and brought some videos also there. But it is fascinating that in South Africa, for example, there was a physician and he kind of named his house Arunachala, and he made his wife and kids also understand what is Ramana talking about, and they live that life now. For example, that lady came and said, I don't see my children as um, part of me, but I see them as individual beings now. So I don't judge them, but at the same time, they kind of know what is what. Very highly evolved application for the education, and he also practices this, whatever doctorship he is doing. But then he kind of refers to Ramana Maharshi's sayings and all that every day and all. So people are applying different ways, but I'm trying to go for the highest way people are applying. But it's not a force on you just to be like this. No, it has to be your own quest. It has to be your own way of doing things and all that. But other thing is, when Krishna said, or Shankara also said, you are the divine self within, that is there within you, then this going externally, that is Dvaita. That also should lead to samarpana, should need to complete silence of the mind, and then really enjoying that inner extraordinary peace and joy and happiness. Then why do you care outward things? That was our culture. Simple life outwardly, and then very rich inward exploration. That is why the people also, even ordinary farmer also, they know about moksha. They ask for that. That is, yeah, that is the culture. Now it is all gone. So
How long it takes for a person to hear the inner voice? How long it takes generally? Being in a
like
family
that.
surrounded by the society
Now,
and whatever the life they live
like that.
within a fraction of a second.
Yeah. When your mind is silent.
Okay.
See, one of the monks, he said that if you want Atma Sakshar, it is a very simple, sir, but come to it with a purified, focused mind.
Focused mind, correct.
It will come within few minutes. That's exactly true. So all our struggle is, so because you are saying I'm a Shiva Bhakta, you know what they tell you? Dump the Shiva. That is shocking to you because you lived in that and you believed in that. That is your sustenance. Anybody tells you that, you'll kill them for your own, right? So that is our thing,
The relationship with Shiva as a devotee is from the age of like when I was
Yeah,
8 years
yeah,
old.
yeah. No, years there was there. No,
My own way also.
no, Ramana Maharshi himself, when first comes to the Tiruvannapuram Manju, he goes to the temple and then, Appa, you asked me to come, I came here. Now what? You see, he has a direct relationship with that Shiva. And then, other thing I tell my wife all the time this. In Upadesha Sara, have you read that, Upadesha Sara?
No, sir, I don't get any.
Okay, let us do it. Let us do it together. Then you'll understand this. In that Upadesha Sara, uh, number 8 stanza, in that he says, when you go to a temple, any temple, Shiva or Krishna, we go to the Balaji temple because my wife is a devotee of Balaji. So I take her there, then we go there. When she goes, I always tell her, when I come to the temple, I don't do pradakshinas or necessarily like that. But I know the energy behind that murti and I can feel that energy within myself. Okay, very simply happens, because I don't say anything, just simply happens. And I tell her that. But lots of times, I don't know whether she understands it or not, but I do tell her. Right, Dharani?
had a question, sir.
Hmm.
Slightly, I don't know if it is kind of in line with the thoughts, but I mean what we are discussing. But you mentioned that Ramana Maharishi had cancer, and even I was thinking about Swami Vivekananda. He also
Diabetes.
passed away quite early.
Diabetes, yeah.
So what explains this? I mean, why did they have to leave so early,
Hmm.
and why did they have such pain?
But look at the effect of them. And also, why do you think they are in pain? They kind of beyond that physical body and the mental mind. That's why they didn't have to suffer in the sense. See, they have a very, very good question, Avi, because Ramakrishna, for example, he has throat cancer, right? That is one of the most invading cancers. It invades into throat and other. You can't eat or drink any water also because it hurts so much because all the tissues. So he was sitting there, he was suffering from the throat cancer and all that, right? And he was not able to drink anything and all. And he was sitting there. One of the Sishas or disciples come and say, "How are you, sir?" And Ramakrishna tells him, "Oh, this throat hurts when I drink something, when I take something, it hurts me." And she said, "But you're so blissfully happy on the face. I can see that." And then that Ramakrishna said, "Oh, the rascal has found me out." See what it is? They are so much established in that sahaja state. They are viewing body's experiences, mind's experiences as objects. They are not suffering in the sense of ours. The fear, the anxiety, I'm going to die, and then all that is not there. So there is a complete detachment state they have, and that is why they are called siddhas. We are not at the stage we are still on because we are between this worldly life and the spiritual. We are kind of, vacillating between that and this. So if you want to really identify the spiritual state and stay there, the society, family, friends, and everybody think you are losing something. You are sacrificing something that is really not really going to be there anyway. So what we can learn from that is that kind of state is possible. You don't have to be at that big disease. We don't know how you're going to behave at the time. But what is happening today, here and now? How do I approach with my, for example, I have not taken even a Tylenol for a long time. Not that we don't have, pain or something, or aches or something like that. But the more you don't take the medications, the more you bear it down. What happens is your pain threshold increases. But if you are taking small little pain and the medications, your need, the body's need for the medication grows. When it is disease, when you want to really cure, taking medication, okay. But we are taking even without it, external agents. Okay. Manju, when you go to the Ramanashram, remember this, that hill, that ashram, that temple, everything is outside you. That's a fact.
Okay.
You go inward and then go there, everything looks divine.
Correct. Will do so.
Is it the direct path? When any thought comes, who is having this thought? Me. Who am I? Then you will immediately land up in that inner energy.
Correct.
This is the direct way to self-realization. In yoga, what it is you switch off the cinema. But in Vedanta, cinema going on, you realize there's a screen. You are not lost in the cinema. So you can be meditative while your eyes are open. That is Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. You were saying something, Mandu?
Sir, is it very true that what I have observed is the more we are spiritual, the more we are in this path and the journey, the more karmas are coming in front of us, and this spiritual path leads us to what you said just now. Even if there is a cancer, even if there is a suffering,
Yeah.
it's like always like a smiling face. Like we can say Abhimanyu, the way he died with a smiling face, like accepting. Yes,
Yeah.
this is what.
Yeah. Ramana Maharshi very clearly said, as long as your prarabdha karma is there, which is the karma that you have to pay because of the sanchita karma you have done in the past, or it body will go on and it has to pay for it. So what it is they kind of accepted it, submitted to the divine play or whatever that's going to go on. So other thing is this permanence of the self. Body will go, but the permanent self, indweller. You see, you remember in our uh, Bhagavad Gita, he talks about indweller. Krishna talks about the indweller in the second chapter. You got to be identified with that because that is you, but you are identifying with the bodies and everything of the Bhishma Drona. But then their indweller is not going to die, is not going to go anywhere. So you think you are killing them, that is your mistake. Who is there to kill him and who is killing? Both are not true. The body is trying to kill another body, that's okay. But then the indweller is the same. That's why he says, there is no time where you did not exist and I did not exist. And all these yodas did not exist. So you think I'm giving death to them is your illusion.
Okay.
So you stay in that indweller. See, like for example, I don't know whether I should talk about this here or not, but I was thinking about why there is so much sexual violence in India. We are seeing them, right? Terrible things are happening and all that. Why there is so much sexual harassment in American corporations, even religious institutions, everywhere these are happening, right? So many people are coming out now. Suddenly struck on me because what I do with women and other people, men also coming in front of me as patients, I don't identify them by their gender or by their status, social, education. I identify the indweller, the being in the woman, the same as the. So I don't identify with the body. That's why I don't have a problem with that. You see, that philosophy of identifying with the inner being is eroded even in India because everything is outward. Everything is out there. Somebody else is there. They're not accepting our inward divine being. See, Vivekananda said, my lifetime is make people realize their inner divinity, realize first, and then manifest the divinity in life. Very clear. But people are not able to stay there because they are trained mind-wise, they are trained body-wise, and they always identify those things as real. There was a discussion, I think I played by my sister and wife also at one time. There's this man comes and sits in front of Ramana Maharshi. I want to know who I am. Then Ramana said, who do you think you are? Oh, I'm this person in this body. This is what I think I am. Well, let's slow down. Do you think this body, if I take one part away, do you still function? Do you still be there? Yeah. So all the parts I take away, do you still function? Oh, maybe my mind will be there, but the mind also, I take away all the, you may suffer stroke, you may suffer dementia, whatever is all gone. Then who are you? And then says, okay, those are spirits, or something can happen. So without your body, without mind, something is there. And why you are not able to resist it? You allowed your intellect to go out. You allowed your senses go out. When as long as you're in the intellect and the senses, you are going to go out. But what is you is inside. And for that, you have to use a different instrument, and that is intuition. Intuitively, you feel like you take yourself, Manju, as a girl, as a small girl, you know I am. You subjectively feel I am. You were given a name, Manju, by the parents, and then all that that's there. But actually, you yourself intuitively feel I am. That doesn't change with age. What you really feel about yourself and inward awareness, that doesn't change. Check yourself. Live in all the attributes that I am an energy healer or whatever.
I have a good intuition
Yeah,
power. Whatever happens with that intuition power only, I just lead my life most
yeah,
of the time.
yeah. Everybody is like that, but they are not in touch with it.
Yes, yes,
That's all.
definitely, definitely.
See, when you are complete RIAs, when you manifest that divinity,
Correct, correct.
highest energy actually, because but then people get corrupted when we say that. For that, they want to go and do it. But what it is the real asana in yoga also. Ramana Maharshi also said that too. To be stationed in our inner self, that indweller, that life force, and that is the conscious being. See, human being, humora, that is body and mind came from the earth and elements and all that. But then that's only to function at, and then as a human being, what do? You kind of use your own mind power to go beyond it and then calm it down and then catch hold of that. Otherwise, human being is no different than animal. Instincts, basic instincts, living instincts, insecurity, all those things are there. Fear out there. Kleshas, you know what are the kleshas are described in our ancient. Anybody,
What
anybody
I
knows? Anybody knows about
I
them?
don't understand the word what you use it.
Okay, so there are kleshas.
But when you explain, I just make it out that I am living that kind of a life.
Yeah, that's it. That is the intuition. It's not explanation. You feel, you know that, you know that. Yeah, that is the intuition. Yeah,
When you speak about the Sanskrit word, you put it.
yeah,
So I understand the Sanskrit word, but I don't know the exact meaning. But when you explain the meaning, I can put myself and say,
yeah.
yes, this is what
That's it.
I'm just
That's it. It's not like a words and all that. It's the intuitive recognition of the truth
yes,
that is there within you, and then you dwell on that.
yes,
You
yes,
spend more time reflecting, more time alone, more time going inward. Somebody asked me the other day, Sir, you're giving so many explanations. I'm giving for their sake, not for my sake. But then they get bored, I believe. They said, oh, we're getting bored. You have to be short. Deep, they cannot be understood just like that, because you have so many conclusions about yourself and they come in. So keep quiet and listen anything, not just to me, but anybody, right? So that is very difficult for people because immediately say, I know this, I understood this, I read this, I want to say that. No, your intuition knows everything. Let that come out. So in satsang, that should be happening. People are going inward with their intuition. That's what I'm telling you, Manzu. Before you go to Ramana Ashram, go in. I'm sure I'm going to have a couple of sessions with you before you go there. Then I will share everything that I uh, know about ashram, know everything, and also what you should be really like. I go to the temple. I take it to because see, I know I don't have to go there because Sarvantaryami, right? Where you say omnipotent, omnipresent, everywhere is there. Then why do you have to go to temple? Because lots of people have to bring their attention towards that. If they go and then see the murti, then all the noises, they may be going away from, yeah, that is what happened. But it used to be the temple was within, and then they were always able to go inward because that's called tapas. That's called antarmukha. And then going into Chit Ambaram, Chidambaram.
Okay.
And then Ramanuja tells in that talk I was telling you, the young man comes in, sits in front of him, who am I, and all that. He tells him, with intuition, you go into the Chidambara.
Okay.
And then I will play that with you, Manju. Okay, so that I will take you like I took my sister and wife into the inquiry with that help of that tape. We will do it together by ourselves. Then you will be more because you are going there. It makes so much sense for you, probably. I'm glad you are going there. I'm not saying you should not go there. What I'm saying is, like I go to the temple, I carry that with me. The inward divinity is already there. Everybody has that there.
And again, I have a habit of like any temple, any spiritual place I visit, before visiting that place, if anybody says this is the so and so place, I go in the Google and I go deep within. I understand each and every section of the area and the temple, why that has been built, what is the essence, what is the importance, everything I read out. Then it is a picturization and the visualization. I get it.
I will tell you one thing. Whatever you hear from me, whatever you hear from the Google, dump it before you go there. Understand it. Keep the understanding inside, and everything else, dump it. Okay? Then what happens is you will be very silent when you go there, and you will be direct reception of that energy.
Correct.
So don't, you see, that's a problem. Google is about mind.
No. What I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I will understand why this temple has been built, how it has been done, what is the importance of it.
Yeah. I got you. There's nothing wrong with that. But what the only thing is.
Janagana Mana, for example,
Yeah.
Janagana Mana is that I should understand the meaning of Janagana
Yeah.
Mana. Then when I sing Janagana
I agree.
Mana, it is not the words. I just,
Yeah.
it is in the blood and it is immersed in my body. What is the meaning I should understand?
Yeah. No. Manju, I do the same. See, all these things other day, Moko how Dundere, but they played for our group here. Right? Avi, you were there? Did you remember that? I think, I don't know, Sharmi was there. Kabir's Moko Kaha Dundere Bande. I played it for the group, because I don't just listen to those songs, I understand what they are. Like, for example, Shivoham, Mano Buddhi Ahankara Chittani Nadam, that is the Nirvana Shatakam, Shat Shatakam of Shankaracharya. I understand each letter. Bhagavad Gita, I tell my sister and my wife all the time when we're reading it, we won't read it just because of that. We want to understand what it is. That's a very good quality. I encourage do that. But the only thing is, after you understood, dump the data. Keep the understanding. Then what happens is your mind will be light.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I also do that with each sloka, Bhagavad Gita, everything. I have to understand it.
I don't remember any sloka. I don't remember anything. If I read one sloka, I can read Sanskrit.
Yeah.
I have that God-given gift that if I want to read Sanskrit, I'm able to read it. I read, understand, I forget everything, only the essence will be there.
Lot of people think I know the Sanskrit a lot. No, I know only what I need to know.
Correct.
See, I wish they had taught me Sanskrit, Manju. That's such a great loss because Sanskrit.
For example, this Kanak Sutra is there. One of the Kanak Sutra is there.
Kanakadhara.
How to read? Kanakdhara. I used to play that. Keep on the repetition of play. I started reading that Sanskrit verbals.
Yeah.
So that is a inbuilt from childhood that my father has taught me.
No, you can use English to understand the Sanskrit rhymes. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, we lost as a humanity not making Sanskrit so much. Now, Germany and other countries realize the value of the Sanskrit and they are teaching it in their universities. And then Sanskrit is available online if you want to learn. But for me, what I do is, if I listen to a Sanskrit song, I just don't listen to it. I have to know the meaning right away. Even the Bhagavad Gita, second, when I reading that, I have to. There is one book I have that gives each stanza, each letter, what it means.
Okay.
I have that Bhagavad Gita. I have 10 different types of Bhagavad Gitas, but this one is a very every word, everything, maybe I should invite you to this. Sometimes I do with my sister and wife, this Bhagavad Gita understanding. First of all, I invite them, don't take it like it is outside of your experience. Your Kurukshetra is within you. And if you read Bhagavad Gita like that, it is very illustrative. So those things, sometimes we listen to Sanskrit rendering by Gangadhar Shastri, which is fantastically recorded and very nice. And that was, I bought it way back, the Bhagavad Gita Foundation, right? And we listened to the whole chapter with the music and everything. But also, I kind of stay back and say, this verse says this verse says all the meaning, and as I understood and all that. And that makes more sense for them. They can enjoy listening and all that, but then don't stop there. So this habit of yours of trying to understand the meaning is very important. Otherwise, we kind of scholarly. We are scholarly, like I learned this, I'm going to do this. But that has to be first understood and then thought about, then applied. Remember, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. Shravanam is really listening.
Yeah.
Whatever they're saying, don't say yes or no. Just listen. And then manana. Then engage in your own investigation, doubting your questions. That's fine. You have to do that actually. And after that, you will come to the truth or not truth by yourself. Not your opinion, but you really understood that. Like I said, you don't have to go to Ramana Maharshi to do Ramana Maharshi's Atma Vichara. That doesn't mean Ramana Shastram doesn't have any historical significance. We have to highlight it. Probably if I have money, I'll give a lot of money to that to make sure that is all protected, that is all well read and well available and all that, so that more people can see what is Ramana Maharshi talking about and then apply that in their life. So that is there. But then if they don't do what this is, it's kind of. Sharmi put a question there: how to handle other people's negative opinions and all that. Basically, that is just a superficial thing. That is coming from the mind. That is coming from their opinion. Who are the opinion? Your own personality, your own body and mind and all that. Why do you have to care for that? Who is it caring about it? Who is reacting to it? That's not you. Your inner indweller is not reacting. Your mind is reacting. Once you identify mind and thoughts as objects, you will see them like that. For example, Buddha, I told this story several times, when he was giving a pravachana, somebody came and insulted him. They said, it's all nonsense. What? And then he spit on him. Okay? And then Buddha did not respond at all. And the people were very worried and they said, what is this? Why are you not reacting and all that? And he said, that is where the suffering is. If I don't accept what is her, Sharmi, I think she's off the video, but she was listening, I think, if you really do not accept what they're hurling at you, how is, again, the same question Sharmi is asking, but the same thing is, why are you accepting it? Who is that accepting you? You, the real indweller, or you, the mind, or your mind? That is where the problem is. So detach yourself from what you are not. You are not your body. You have the body, but you are not the body. You have the mind. You have no, that will not stay there. It will go away too. But your indweller is not the one who is reacting. Understand where what it is. You see, Vedanta taught me this. Praptasya prapti, nivrittasya nivritti. What we are, that indweller, we gain because we are not in touch with that. What we are not, the body and the mind and the personality, ego that we identified with, they are always gone. What you are not, you lose. What you are, you gain. That's the spiritual quest of the human beings. Think about that. Remember that. Praptasya prapti, what I am, I will get it. Indweller I am, I will get it because I have quest for it. I didn't know it's already there. Why do they call it realization? It's already there. And you are realizing that. See, the light is within you, and you kind of took away all the clouds surrounding the light. And the light, self-luminous, comes out. That is the highest aura and energy and all that. Otherwise, that's why Buddha is so stationed in his Buddhahood. He is not reacting from that. And he is so overcome the, you see, Buddha, the word Buddha is the one who overcame his mind. That's the actual meaning of it. But we always operate with the mind. Sharmi, what you are receiving, what you are reacting, everything is from that mind. Now you understand, you don't have to really intensify the reaction by identifying with it, by recalling it, by reliving it. So he said, Buddha said, oh, yeah, that man spit on me, he said, I didn't receive that insult. There's nobody here to receive that. And then what happens? He started talking about two arrow theory there. Whatever happens from outside, like that man spitting, is the first arrow. But the second arrow is where we react and make it more injury for us. So I am about the second arrow. First arrow, disease happens, old age happens, death happens, and all the suffering in the life happens and all. But how to deal with it? That is the eighth path he was talking about. And that I'm kind of very convinced about this ancient wisdom is Achyadika Dukkha Nivrutti. Achyadika, extraordinary dukkha, suffering, nivrutti, resolving that this way. And not only that, Paramananda Prapti. Once you are touched with that energy aura you're talking about, that is the Paramananda Prapti is possible with human beings. Don't have to have anything, external things to come. It is within us. Sat Chit Anand.
That is, the whole Brahmand is within us.
Yes, that's it. That is what Krishna was saying in that 10th chapter, 20 sloka. I said about he is in there and everybody is there. It's not like something of a phenomena, something of a something that we could say. It is the energy that is there within all of us.
We can put it in that word also, kriya and pratikriya.
Yeah.
If somebody does one kriya, we don't have to do pratikriya over there.
No, this is just a Sanskrit word for action, reaction. Kriya. But you know that kriya has a more meaning in it, Manju. The word kriya is not just about doing something with hands only. Manasa, vacha, karmana.
What I'm saying, Sharmi ma'am, can you switch on the video if possible? Because Sharmi ma'am asked the question and you replied when somebody spitted on Buddha, that is the kriya what he did.
Yeah.
So Buddha has not done the pratikriya.
Prakriya,
That is the reason, and we don't have to. I mean, there is
No,
not.
that's the same thing, action and reaction. Because we're talking about English, Kriya is more involved in that. Because if you have a Kriya Yoga, for example.
So, yeah, can you explain this as a third law of motion? Every action has got an equal and opposite.
No, no, that is physical. That is physical. That is physical, and that can happen, and also that happens, and also this spiritual reaction is something we're talking about that is not there. It is the mind only that is doing the reaction.
Can I say something, Doc?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Come on, camera, if you can.
Not otherwise, my voice will be distracted.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Chaitra.
Nothing, just yes, doctor. Like what we're sharing is like that. What the behavior of that particular kriya and what particular was Manju was talking about is the behavior or the character of that particular human being. Oh yeah, whatever it is. But for example, as Doctor was sharing, another example I can give is like if there is a scorpion, the man is trying to save the scorpion.
Yeah, I know the story.
Biting.
Yeah.
So that is kind of where we can find out there is a reaction and the action for reaction is that different part.
Yeah.
But what doctor was explaining was this one.
No, I know the story, Chaitra, I know the story, what you are saying. You see, it is, and then the man asks us, the other man asks, why you are saying it is stinging you? He said, it's his nature to sting me. It's my human being has a nature to save it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the story, right? Yeah.
That's what you were sharing here with Sharmi's question.
Exactly. Very good example.
I just want.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
There is a deeper meaning there from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna talks about this nature being everything, and we react from the nature.
Yeah.
And that is the one which determines the gunas, doshas, and all that. And in Sankhya Yoga, they kind of separate consciousness and prakriti. And prakriti is also the devis and all those things, all the energies, right? So according to that, we react. And understanding the trigunas, triguna theta, going beyond the trigunas is where we conquer this kind of energy reactions and all that. That energy is there, but you don't really indulge in that. You go beyond triguna theta. It's not only tamas, rajas, and sattvic. People strive to be sattvic, but this is about going beyond sattvic. Anyway, that's kind of too much maybe about this talk, But what Chaitra is saying is really true. The scorpion is stinging because it's his nature to sting. It is a protective instinct. If somebody tries to put it aside, it kind of stings. It is in the water. It's kind of struggling to get up. But then this man picks it up just to save it. And the scorpion stings this man because he touched it. So that is nature to protect itself. Whereas this man's nature is to save the animal which is struggling. And that is the nature that he is acting from. But beyond that, he doesn't expect anything like gratefulness or anything like it has to pay back, none of that. His nature is to save that animal, and he did it, even though he knew that this animal is going to sting me. So anyway, we are into the second hour. This is when I go into my, I allowed this because it's such important things for going on here. So I will do my morning routine for my friends who come, especially Janet. So I will do that, and then it's a good thing for us to stretch and breathe and be fit, not only physical energy but also keeping our mind here and now, and also open up the heart for the work. So this is like a uh, preparation of the body, mind, and the heart for the work we are going to do. Thereby, you go with an energized body, with a focused mind, and open heart, so that you contribute to life, and then you don't generate stress, and then you don't suffer the reactions and all that, because you are deep breathing. You'll be responding to your challenges, and you will be taking everything equanimously, both the wins and the losses, and you kind of shape yourself to service the world. Like I'm doing this room is like a service to my friends. That's the way we can kind of come to everything. Then you feel like we have done something for the world. Okay, that is what we do in this hour. So let's sit straight and uh, keep your neck also straight, and keep our feet on the floor, and all the toes and soles and heels are touching it. Now there's a Bastrika breathing done on the empty stomach. And what you do here is posture is important. And then as you take the deep breath in through the nose, your abdominal wall raises, and hold it. And then as you breathe out, abdominal wall goes to the spine. That's what you do in this. 8 times we do that. Okay. Okay. The second variety, where we show our hands to the camera, and then extend the elbows to the top of the above our head, all the way. As you take the deep breath in, take the hands up, and as you breathe out, bring them down. Okay, that is something you can do anytime in the office or in the home, just sitting in the chair. Now, the third one, deep diaphragmatic breathing, keeping the feet down on the ground and both hands clasped together under the chin. And now, as the elbows are elevated to the side and above the shoulders, and the head goes back, take a deep breath in through the nose. Keep the mouth closed. On the top, open the mouth and whisper the word ah as you breathe out. And bring the elbows down like that. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, that is something you can do several times a day. It will really feel the effect of it. Like I talk about 1 minute every hour. You can go to a bathroom and do this within a minute, 8 times. It will be wonderful for you. Okay, and now we're going to do some spinal twists here. Okay, clasp both your hands and show them to the camera by extending the elbows and taking the hands up and above your head and stretch to the ceiling, and then twist to the left. The body is twisted to the left, and twist the head over the left shoulder to the back. 3 breaths there. Return to the center, stretch the elbows to the ceiling, and twist the body to the right, and the head over the right shoulder to the back. And come to the center and lean back. Take the hands, elbows, shoulders, everything back, head also to the back. Three breaths there. Come back. And you can do more breaths if you have time. Bring the hands down to the floor beyond the knees and let the head fall down forward. Come up and stay there. Okay. That is the simple, twisting of the spine, which wakes you up. First A in the EIOU. After you are awake, alert, and aware, and doing all these stretches and deep breathing, you will be energized. And you will have an insight into how your body is responding, where the limitations are, where the stress and strain and the tension is. And also, you see how your mind is going away all over. So, those insights will help you to keep the body strong and flexible and the mind in the present. Okay. And now, O is that Omkara we do, the primordial sound, and U is touching that universal consciousness which is in us, Tattvamasi. I am that. Okay, that's what we do at the end of the program. Okay, now we will do the twist of the spine in other ways. Bring the left hand to the right hand to the left shoulder and left hand to the right shoulder, and then sit tall. Now twist the body to the left and turn the head over the left shoulder to the back. And come to the center. This time twist the body to the right, and twist the head over the right shoulder to the back. And come to the center and lean back. And come down and then bend forward. And come up and release the hands. These spinal twists are very important for you to do. It doesn't take much time, but it can really stimulate and wake you up and come into the present moment. Okay, I'm going to do the Surya Namaskars in the chair. That is really going to be valuable for you. Okay, which is very simple to do it. Okay, keep your both feet together as much as possible on the floor and raise your hands with the elbows straight all the way, all the way. Go up to the your head and ears. And now lean back, hands and the head. Take a deep breath in and bring hands like that without bending the elbows all the way to the floor as you breathe out. And keep the hands on the floor. Right? And now elevate the left hand to the left side, elbow straight. Okay? And then bring it back down and elevate the right hand to the right side. Bring it down. And now clasp your hands together around the right knee. Breathing out, bring the right knee to touch the abdomen. And bring it down. Do the same on the left. Okay? And now you can do that rapidly 2 more times very quickly. Watch me. Like that. Okay? If you do that in the chair several times a day, this will be much better for you. Okay? And now let's do some head to toe, starting with the toes. Stay on the toes, lift up the heels first as you take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lower the heels down and bring up the toes up, bending at the ankle. Okay? Do that 8 times. 1 time is done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to work on the knee. Lift up the right foot and extend the knee forward, okay, so that you can see the foot to the camera, okay, and then press it down. Do the same on the left side. 1. When you do both knees, say 1. 2. As you lift the foot up, take the deep breath in. As you press it down, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now we're going to do the hip joint. Clasp your hands, hold on to the right knee. As you breathe out, bring the right thigh to touch the abdomen. And breathing in, take it down. And do the same on the left. And the left is complete, say 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is for the hip joint. So we did the toes, ankles, knees, and the hips. Let's go to the side of the abdomen and chest. Hang both hands to the side, lift up the right hand, and turn the right palm up and bring it and touch the right ear. Now dip to the left and come back. As you take the deep breath in, go down, and as you breathe out, come up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And go down and lift up this left hand, palm up, and go up. And do the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And now for the chest muscles, place both hands on the heart like this, elbows bent to the side. Now, as you take the deep breath in, release the right hand to the side and twist the body and the head to the right and take the hand to the back. As you come back, breathe out. Do it on the same side on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that is for the chest muscles. Okay, now we're going to come to the shoulder. Elevate the shoulder as you breathe in and bring it down as you breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is for the shoulders. You can do variety of exercise for shoulder, but the lack of time I will do only one today. And now extend the arms to the side, palms up, and bring the fingers to touch the shoulders by bending the elbows. That's for the elbows exercise. Breathe in as you go out, breathe out as you come in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there you go. That is for the elbows. Now raise both your hands and do the exercise for the wrist, up and down. Breathe in, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now tuck in the thumb and put the fingers on top of it and do up and down. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate the wrist to one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open the fist and make a fist. Open the fist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we have done from the toes all the way to the fingers. And now we come to the neck. Look straight and take a deep breath in as you take the head back all the way. And breathe out, come down and touch the chin to the chest. 1, 2, slow, deliberate. Keep your mind on the tension. Coordinate with the breathing. Remember, we do 2 A's in this whole class. We have to be aware in the present moment, and we want to align 3 B's: body, breath, and the brain. And we do AEIOU. Aware, energized, insightful, and touching the primordial sound and the universal sound, and also connecting who we really are, which is our universal self. In each of us, like a spark, right? And now come to the center, look straight, and as you take the deep breath in, go to the left side slowly. Feel the tension in the neck on this side and this side too. And then breathing out, bring it slowly. Do it slowly, deliberately with your mind here and now. Breathe in and side to the right side. Breathe out, come to the center. The slower you do it, the more aware of this, the better it is for you. See, this is an exercise in the morning to be aware, to be in the present, and carry that presence throughout the day like a perfume. Come to it. Okay, and now we're going to do the face. Okay, bring in the right hand to the right cheek and press the right cheek with the right hand, and press the right hand with the right cheek. 1, 2, 3. Do the same on the left side. 1, 2, 3. Use both hands and press on the temples. 1, 2, 3. Clasp both hands together. Press on the forehead. 1, 2, 3. And on the top of the head. 1, 2, 3. And on the back of the head. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That finishes head to toe. This is something you can do 2 or 3 times a day very easily, sitting down or standing, whatever. I'm in the study today. Tomorrow we'll be in the studio again. I'll go there. Okay. And now we're going to do some few asanas in the chair, and then we'll go from there. Okay. First of all, come in the Namaskar Mudra and take them both hands up as you come up on the toes by elevating your heels on the feet. Go up all the way. Okay. Pick up your heels up and stay on the toes. And then bring the hand down behind the head. And as you take the deep breath in, go up. And as you come down, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come down and twist your torso and take the left elbow to the back and up and right elbow to the front and center. And then come to the other way and do the other side. And release the hands down. Okay. And now we're going to put both our hands to the side and bring up the right hand to the side and turn the palm upward and bring the hand to touch the right ear. Okay. And bend the right elbow and place the right hand on the top of the spine. Take the left hand and go back with it and then reach the top of the right hand from bottom. Gomukhasana. Okay, release that and do the same on the other opposite side. Elevate the left hand, palm turned upward, touch the left ear and bend the left elbow and place the left hand on the top of the spine and take the right hand from the back, go up from below. That is Gomukhasana. Let's do Naukasana in the chair. Sit at the edge of the chair and bring up both feet up and then keep your both hands on the side of the knees and from the side you will be like a boat. Elevate both feet as high as possible. Okay, few breaths there. And now we'll do the eagle pose, sitting down. Stay on the right foot, lift up the left foot and wrap it around the right ankle. Okay, and now right hand under the left hand. And release and come down. Change the other. Left foot down, right hand leg up, and right ankle is wrapped around the left ankle. Now left hand under the left. Either way. Okay. So those are the few limited asanas we did. And let's do our formal breathing exercises now. Okay, so how you do them is first we'll do Kapalabhati. Stand up straight and breathing out as the abdominal wall goes in. Okay, you do the same both of them at the simultaneously. You do only the expiration of the air. Inhalation happens automatically. I will do up to 60 times, but you do according to your body, to your fitness. Okay, don't do this if you have any abdominal issues. Okay, okay, as much as you can do. Okay, but always breathe out as the abdominal wall going in. Okay, now we're going to do Agni Sara, which is a very powerful metabolic stimulator. Okay, for this, sit straight and as you take the deep breath in and breathe out, and hold the breath there after you breathe it out. And holding the breath like that, move the abdominal wall up and down. I will do up to 20. You can do as little as 2 or 5, whatever you can do. Okay, there you go. Okay, that is Agnisara. Now we're going to do 3 bandhas, 3 locks. As you breathe out, we contract the lower abdomen and lock it there. And upper abdomen, contract and lock it there. 2. Third one is chin to the chest and lock it there and be there for a few seconds holding the breath. First take a deep breath in, breathe out. Breathing in, come out of it. That is 3 bandhas. Hold it as long as you can. Okay. And now we're going to go the Anuloma Viloma. Take the right hand, keep the index finger and middle finger at the base of the thumb, and use the thumb and ring finger to close alternate nostrils. First use the thumb, keep your mouth closed and close the right nostril. Now with the open left nostril, take a deep breath in. Now close it with the right ring finger and release the thumb and breathe out through the open right nostril. Now take a deep breath in through the right nostril, close it and release the left and breathe out through the left. That whole thing is 1 cycle. Let's start with the left, the second cycle. 5 cycles we will do that. Three done. 4, 5. That is Anlom Vilom. Let's do Brahmari. Take both hands, take the thumbs and close the ears. And keep the index and middle finger on top of the forehead, right? And close the eyes and put the ring fingers on the closed eyes. Let the little finger hang around the mouth. Close the mouth, all breathing done through the nose. First, take a deep breath through the nose and breathe out through the nose with a bubblebee voice. Okay, that is Brahmar. You can do as long as you want. 5 to 15 minutes is recommended. Okay, very good one for you. Lots of things. Okay, and now we're going to do A Uma. Then we go to Shambhavi Mudra. Okay, take a deep breath in, open the mouth, and say Ah loudly so that the sound reverberates through the abdomen. Okay, Ah for abdomen, Mu for chest, and M for the neck. Okay, we will do each one 5 times. Ah. 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 Now we'll do 5 times woo. 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 Okay, that is no ma. 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 Okay. With that, we are done with the pranayama too. And now we'll do Dhyana Mudra and Shambhavi Mudra. First, assume the Dhyana Mudra and keep the hands on the lap, right there. And then close your eyes, tilt your head back, And keep your gaze in the middle of the forehead, between the eyebrows. And now close your mouth and take a deep breath through the nose. And as you take the deep breath, assert that you are a conscious being. When you breathe out, detach from being attached to the body and mind, saying, I am not just this body and mind, they are my tools. And I am the inner conscious being. Okay? Let's do that 10 times. I am the conscious being. I am not just the body or mind, they are my tools. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am the conscious being. I am not just the body and mind. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am the conscious being. I am not just the body or mind. They are my tools. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am the conscious being. I am not just the body or mind. They are my tools. Koham, soham, deham, naham. I am the conscious being. I am not just the body or mind. They are my tools. Koham, soham, deham, naham. With that, we are done. I am going to be releasing my book, Sacred Secret. Okay, so you will be doing that very much about keeping yourself in the moment and really touching your inner self. Okay, this is about 30 problems entrepreneurs are having. We did the daily talks. I compiled them all together into one book. Okay? So I'll be seeing you tomorrow, and thank you. Bye.